When you got into street activity, though, because, I mean, you mentioned trapping and things of that nature, do you think that split contributed to that? That lane there in your life?
Nah. I ain't even gonna cap, cause I tried my hardest to stay out that shit as long as possible. Like I ain't never been one to glorify that shit. I ain't never been one to try my hardest to dive head first in that shit. I just really love money. And I'm a hustler, like I said. I've been finessing the internet since I was a jit. eBay, flipping shoes. I didn't got jobs and shit. I just like money. And it's like when that money ran out, you start looking, I'm like, I'm not getting a job, that's for sure out. The shoe game is a complete different thing, just going off things I know. The shoe game is a complete different place. I'm like, man, look, I'm out here in Cali, right by the plug, fuck the bullshit, we about to run this shit up. We about to dive in this water and run this shit up. Real talk, and that's just how shit go. One day you gotta step up and be a man. You know, when I had all my legal bread, when I had my legal money and shit was cool. You know, I had partners doing their thing, but I'm like, as a man, why would I sit here and endanger my life if I don't have to? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting legal money. It wasn't it wasn't a lot. It was enough to sustain me, pay my rent and do it out, you know, have a little fun and shit, travel and shit. But it come a time, bro, that shit ain't enough. That's really one of the reasons I fell back off that comedy shit, cause that shit ain't no check with that shit for real.
Even with like YouTube?
Yeah, I was getting paid off YouTube, but I was getting paid off YouTube, but I wasn't posting that much. So it's like, cause the content that my audience wanted and the content I wanted to make, it just ain't match up. So I wasn't really posting that much. I went through a period of just being fucked up in general. Like, I really had to find my audience, find myself. Cause I ain't never, when I started doing this shit, I ain't never say, I'm about to make videos and get famous. I was on Vine Josing. I was on Vine just playing around, and I just started getting popular in my city. And I'm like, oh, this cool, let me keep going. Then eventually that shit turned into, let me pay you for promo and shit. Oh, so I can make money? Psh, best believe I'm about to keep on. Then it just kept growing and elevating, but I know a lot of people, they already have the vision and they see like what you could do with it. They hop in this bitch like, I wanna be an influencer, I wanna be a comedian. I was, honestly, if we being real, I was really one of the founders of this new wave internet comedy shit. Like, can't nobody take that from me. Like, you got people who was on YouTube 10 years ago and shit who everybody used to watch. I'm the wave after that, like the generation after that, like Vine and all that shit. Instagram, when it first had video, like I was on that bitch famous before niggas even was thinking about doing that shit. But it was all by accident. Oh God, it was by accident.
And what it sounds like here is, here you are, you do this comedy stuff and it turns into a money-making situation by accident. Mm-hmm. And now there's people in it that watched people like you, mm-hmm. and now they're doing it with intent.
Right.
They want to do what you do, but they're coming into it, I want to do exactly what he does. This is, you were just by accident.
By accident.
Because like you said, you got influencers now, you got comedians, you got, It's
a job for real. It's a real career. Like, it's a whole new career that was created around like 2012, 2013.
And when people create something by accident, sometimes people become very, what's the word I'm looking, successful mm-hmm. with their accident, and some lag a little bit and kind of fall off in a sense, and people watching the person that did it by accident see the good and the bad with the accidental person, mm-hmm. and then they run through that same door that you broke down mm-hmm. and become successful with it.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see that shit happen hundreds of times. I always been a person, my whole like thing, I love to be original and I love to create shit that I've never seen people
there you
do.
go, you use the word original.
Right.
An originator, sometimes originators become successful and make a bunch of money off of their stuff. And some originators, they broke the door down for other people. Other people take that sauce and become the successful one. And the originator's looking at it like, well, for what? And there could be different variables that happen to the originator, right? But you know, sometimes that happens too.
Oh yeah, I see that happen all the time. I see it happen with myself, with rappers, comedians, dancers, all type of shit. I done seen that shit happen every day. I got so many homies who done started waves and people done ran off, and I got homies who ran off with other people waves and got like crazy popping and other, like, I mean, you know, it used to be something for me to look at and complain about, but at the end of the day, it's like what's meant for you is meant for you and what's not is not.
So do you put yourself in that category, an originator, a wave creator that wasn't as successful, kind of lagged behind for whatever reason, and other people took it and ran with it and became more successful than you in that?
I do and I don't. I do because, yes, this happened, but I don't because it didn't happen, like I get hundreds of DMs, or at least used to when I was really focused on comedy, like, you inspired me to start making videos, I can't believe, like, 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 you get me through my depression, all type of shit. Like, it's literally people who are famous. I'm talking about real deal celebrities right now who used to be fans of me and telling me, like, I inspired them to make videos and whatnot. But the reason I say it's not is because I feel like making videos and being a content creator, such a blanket, like anybody can do that. Like, I don't want to take credit for saying like, oh, I made you or you stole that from me or nothing like that. And then also, I allowed myself to fall off purposely. Like, I purposely didn't want to get to a certain level, because I know a lot of this comes with consistency, and I purposely just stopped being consistent. I purposely stopped posting, stopped updating, just, even still to this day, I'm kind of like lagging on my Instagram posts, but I purposely did that because I wanted to reinvent myself. I wanted new people who didn't already know me to come and see me for something else, for how I wanted to be seen versus how I was already seen. I mean, but it is what it is though, bro. You know, people, it's gonna be somebody tomorrow that's gonna create something, and then somebody else, like, months down the line from tomorrow. We might not even realize it, but it's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna get rich off somebody else's idea. So it's like, I feel like God or whatever entity, energy, I feel like it's literally a reason for that to happen. That person who was the originator, they might not have been able to handle fame and money. That shit might have drove them crazy to where they kill themselves. You see what I'm saying? But we'll never know that. It's just all divine, not divine intervention. It's just like a divine plan. There we go. You feel me?